bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Marcella here. If you're tuning in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It has been so long since I did a chit chat, sit down. I really haven't talked to you guys like in the camera like that for a while now. It's been a minute. Well, first off, as you can see, I'm back in college. I'm in my college dorm again. I am officially about to be starting my spring semester in college. I will be talking about that. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. Yeah. To be real, this is honestly my first time. Honestly, I don't even think I ever did a makeup video with you guys. So this will be the first one in 6 years, 7 years. I will literally drop, it's embarrassing, I will drop a video of my last makeup tutorial. I looked at the mess, don't come for me. We listen, but we don't judge, please. But yes, I'm gonna give you guys an updated routine of my makeup look. I said I was gonna do a little no concealer look, but I'm going at, it's cold, so I'm not gonna be sweating. So why not do a little soft glam? So we gonna kick it off with a soft. You mean to tell me I was literally talking to you guys, rambling, I wasn't recording? So anyways, so I'm starting off with my brows, as I was trying to tell you guys. I basically just kind of brushed them up, prepping them for just kind of adding the brow pencil and just getting ready to do them or whatever. But this is the Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil, retractable pencil crayon. This is in the shade dark brown. So long story short, I usually use knits, but I left my brow pencil in my friend's car and I haven't got it yet, so I had to run to the store real quick. I knew back to school was coming. I had to do my brows. So with my brows, I kind of like to start towards the end. I did get my brows groomed at my nail salon I always go to back at home. But there's not really much that I do to my brows, especially when they're done. So I kind of like add a little bit to it. I try to stay in my brow line. But you know, just fill in places where I feel I need to be filled in. Back in the day, we used to like create a whole new brow. Like, that was the trend. We would have to literally draw an eyebrow on the eyebrow. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. This is not 2016. This is not, yeah, we're not doing that. So now, I'm not saying I'm following trends. I've just been more of a natural brow girl. Especially, I love doing brows when they're done. So I'm just kind of like filling them a little bit. I feel a little bit more on the end of my brow rather than the front. Kind of leave that alone. And let me touch this up a little bit more. And I like it where it's not too bold, so like you could see the brows being done, but it's not like super dark where you can obviously see, you know, the shade, see the pencil like being drawn. So I don't like those sharp brows anymore. I'm gonna do the same for the other one. Start from the tail and then go towards the front of the brow. But yeah, girl, I am back in college. I currently attend University of South Florida, St. Pete. I'm majoring in digital media and digital media communications and multimedia journalism. It's a long ass name. I'm sorry, y'all. But yes, my goal is to be in the media side of things. I want to start my own media network, and it's coming. Affirmations only around here in my world. So yeah, I want to start my own media agency. What I would like to do is I want to connect with women all across the world, of course, starting off within our country, and you know, get into podcasting, networking, hosting networking events, have a platform for other women to kind of like, you know, grow and do their own thing. And yeah, that's been kind of my goals. Excuse me. That has been kind of my goals since, I really started tapping into the business world. I would say, like, if you known me for like years, I'll just give y'all a little story. I am a semi-retired makeup artist. Before that, I used to sell hair. So I used to sell hair. I came up with a business called Color Me Glamorous. Got an LLC for it and everything like that. I was hustling, selling hair. Man, I was so much of a hustler. I was a supervisor at a call center. This was during COVID, y'all, mind you. Supervisor at a call center. And we was working from home. It was the best. Like, all I had to do was download this app on my phone to keep track of my team. So my ass was going to people's houses doing makeup while I was on the clock, and on top of that, hustling and selling hair. Like, one of the girls I used to do business with, she had a vendor in Tampa. So I was doing like the wholesaling thing. It was great. COVID wasn't great. Let me take that back. But the amount of opportunities that was available was great. So I started off doing that, and that's when I really was developing on the makeup side. But I started selling hair first to fund for my makeup business because I knew I didn't want to sell hair forever. I always wanted to be in the makeup business. My mom, may she rest in peace, like around the time that I was getting ready to graduate, she knew that I wanted to be a makeup artist. I was practicing on my sister. She used to look at me crazy, like, what is that on my sister's face? But yeah, she really wanted me. She was really like excited for me to become a makeup artist. So that's what I did. Had to hustle. Had to start from somewhere. So make a long story short, during my journey, I always motivated people. Like, even though I wasn't 100% there, I wasn't no influencer or nothing, I always motivated people, helped people out with trying to get into the business world, like learning how to come up with prices, how the wholesaling thing works. Like, I dabbled and dibbled into a lot of things when it came to COVID. I caught myself trying to teach my own classes. I was charging people like $60, $70 to teach them, give them vendors how to set prices, how to come up with their name and everything. And I was booming around COVID time. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I always had that in me to always help females. Like, it was always in me to help females with their situation. I always wanted to be a motivation for females. I wanted to encourage them to keep chasing after their dreams. Like, for the 9-to-5 girlies out there, like, it's lives working for somebody. I feel like we should be on our own grind, on our own hustle. We need to be our own men out here. Like, men out here trying to hustle, do all this. Men is supposed to be, they make it a norm that the man is supposed to take care of us. We supposed to be having money too now. We supposed to be our own men. Like, but we can do that. We can make so much more with starting our platform. Why work for like $16, $20 an hour to make $100 a day when that can just be one face? That can just be one head. That could just be one client. Like, and this is advice for myself too, because I had got into that field, but I kind of seen myself losing motivation because I caught myself trying to find a job too. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to find me a job. But that didn't work. So yeah, now I'm back in that school and I'm trying to find myself again. And I'm using the Tarte Shape Concealer for my brows in the shade Medium. And I'm going to be concealing my brows. So how I like to do it is I like to, again, start from the tail and then go to the front. But I don't like to put concealer like all on my lid. I like to keep it as close to the underneath my brow as possible, so it'll be easier to blend and not be so blotchy. You feel me? But yeah, that's how I feel. It's no shade to the 9-to-5 girlies out there, but it's like, I don't want to spend my life trying to work for somebody. Like, I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, I feel like I have it in me and what it takes to be an entrepreneur And that's one of my goals for 2025 is to build my platform and foundation back up again to where I could start from scratch. Because I will say though, like, when I started my business, like a few years ago, 2019, compared to now, it's two different perspectives. Number one, when I started my business, I was kind of in that grieving stage a little bit. So I was just out doing whatever. Like, I didn't have it together. My mindset wasn't there. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like, I was not thinking about college. Like, I was like on the edge of not going to college at all. So I was just more like, let me start my business. That's how Color Me Glamorous came about. Got my LLC and just focus on the business side. You know, like, my family was not mad at that, but they were just like, Marcella, I love what you're doing, but I feel like you should go back to school. I wasn't trying to hear all that. I am stubborn, trying to fix my ways, of course. I still am kind of stubborn. But I was just trying to fix my ways, but they were encouraging me to go back to college. Now, mind you, this is like kind of the testimony story I like to share with a lot of my friends, a lot of like basically my audience. One of the testimony stories I love to really share is one day I was working at a call center, and when I get calls from people that I don't know, of course our intent is to not answer them. But for some reason, something was telling me to answer this number. I didn't know what it was at first. I believed in God and everything, but I wasn't really committed to God during the time. I was like just going with the flow. But I answered it. So I was like, you know what? Let me answer this phone. I'm on my like 15-minute break. I had gotten a scholarship back in like 7th grade middle school for my tuition to be paid for 2 years of community college, and 2 years of university. So of course, when I got out of, high school, when I graduated, times hit, like, it basically shit hit the fan for me. And, I was grieving and all that, so I was not worried about college. But they called me, fast forward that day, and they were like, hey, Marcella, I'm just checking up on you. How's the family? How you been? Because they've been really nice to my whole family, that whole foundation. They're basically giving me a reminder that, hey, we are coming up on your 5 years contract. What are you doing? Like, sis, what are you doing? They didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, what is you doing? And they were like kind of encouraging me to get back to college. Otherwise, they would have avoided my scholarship contract. So I was like, you know what? This might be a sign. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up this year for fall. 'Cause I think it was like early spring, like January, February, around this time when they called me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sign up for fall. So I just did it. And usually when I say I do something, I'll be motivated, chat. And a couple of days later, I'll be whatever. That's another bad habit I want to fix, to be consistent. But I was like, how do I sign up again? I forgot the process. They walked me through. And guess what, girl? I caught myself being back in school fall of that same year. And that was in 2022. That was 2022. And, I was in and I got my credits and everything like that. And they told me when I applied for USF that you're considered a transfer student, but you still had to take a few more classes. So, yeah, I really had to tap in back to my college bag. And when I started going back to college and learning certain stuff, it really changed my perspective on the business. I'm like, dang, I feel like I should have been did this. So yeah, that's like kind of like my testimony. I knew it was God because what was so crazy for me during that time, I had my car and I had my apartment. My car was giving me the worst issues ever. Like, I think it was the, what they call that, the little piece on the car, gasket. My gasket cracked and basically my car was basically done for. But on top of that, basically me trying to put so much money on my car, I was like kind of falling behind a bit on rent payments, but they worked with me as well. But it got to the point where I couldn't even manage it no more. Like, I was already on the urge from like breaking the lease until I got this call. something that was God's sign telling me to go home. Basically home meaning back to my dad's house. And those of you guys who know me, like during those times, like I didn't really get along with my father like that. Like I just felt like, you know, whatever. I wasn't trying to be, I was trying to separate myself from him. So that was my whole reason of moving out. So I was like, you know what, let me suck it up. Let me go back home, have that conversation with him, and I did. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rocky or whatever, but I just knew I was there for a purpose. But I just felt like I changed myself. Like something about me just like changed, where I just stopped doing certain stuff more. I wasn't really, I mean, I was going out, going places, but I wasn't going out all the time. And I was just really locked in, preparing myself for college. And it was just like a spirit came down and just said, yo, chill, relax, we got you. You have a journey to follow, just chill. So other than that, I'm just so blessed for going through all of the obstacles to get where I am today. Like, I'm just so blessed to be here today. Like, I am 1 year away of graduating. And not only that, I'm looking to probably go for my master's too. Or not my master's, my MBA. So, and on top of that, this year I am working on some stuff. I can't say too much yet. But yes. All right, yeah, so as you can see, I kind of blended out my brows a little bit. All the Access concealer, I put it on my forehead. And I was kind of adding a little bit concealer on like some marks, but I am going to add more. I was just taking the Access off my brush. Like I said, I used the shade medium tan, or no, excuse me, medium in Tarte Shape concealer. And now I'm debating. All right, yeah, so as you can see, I kind of blended out my brows a little bit. All the Access concealer, I put it on my forehead. And I was kind of adding a little bit concealer on like some marks, but I am going to add more. I was just taking the Access off my brush. Like I said, I used the shade medium tan, or no, excuse me, medium in Tarte Shape concealer. And now I'm debating. I'm kind of doing my makeup a little bit backwards, but I'm debating if I want to wear eyeshadow or not. But now I'm just going to move on to my face. I need to add some chapstick, y'all, because it is cold in here in Florida. Like, for real. Like, it is so cold. So for now, I am going to do my face. I'm recording for Instagram too, by the way, so don't mind me. I am going to be using the e.l.f. Primer Concealer. Concealer. Primer. I don't even know why I said concealer. I don't know why I said concealer, y'all, but I am going to be putting that on my face. I already moisturized my face. I really just got out the shower, so I have very dry skin, and I feel like this primer, I'm running low as you can see, so I love this primer. I do want to try one size primer as well, but next time I go makeup shopping, I am really going to look for products that really help my skin, because my skin, especially during this winter time, is absolutely dry. Like, I get extremely dry over my mouth. Like, my mouth would peel. And that's why I'm trying to, you know, upgrade my water intake, like do certain stuff, because around this time it's really bad. Okay. One thing about us light skinned girlies, like, our skin gets so pale during the winter time and we get so tan in the summertime. So I'm in more of the pale side. So I am going might mix foundations. So I am going to be using NARS, the NARS All Day Longwear, but I'm going to be using the shade Tahoe. I may use 𝐤𝐤𝐧𝐤𝐬, same brand, but I might mix these two together. I'm not sure yet, but I'm still trying to perfect not perfect my routine, but kind of get my shade matching going for the winter. It's been a long time since I wore makeup for the winter. I only did like a concealer look over this winter break. But anyways, sorry, I had to adjust my camera. But right now I'm taking that same concealer. I'm getting ready to conceal under my eye. But going back to what we were talking about, stepping into my feminine side, I want to dress more soft. Like, I don't know if you've seen my New Year's vlog or my New Year's video that I dropped last week. I'll link that down below. But I want to kind of like dress up like that, like more covered. Oh, don't you hate when your makeup, like somewhere in your makeup, it itches? But anyways. But I want to kind of dress up, be cute, and all that. Like, don't get me wrong. That don't mean I'm not going to throw no tennis shoes on. Oh, I love me a good tennis shoe outfit. I'm going to throw my tennis shoes on. I just want to, you know, just dress up more. Don't be, like, dressing hoe-ish, like. And it's not even that. I mean, I love the lace bodysuits. Don't get me wrong. Like, the cute little poster girl outfits. That would probably be a better term. I'm trying to get away from that, like, poster girl type of outfits. Like, I want to be cute, and you know, I'm not saying I don't want to go to any clubs anymore. Like, I'm definitely trying to cut back clubbing. The only reason why I would go out to clubs, like if I haven't been out in a minute, unless there's an artist I really want to see, or simply just have a good time once in a while, and that's about it. Or if it's just like a big event. But as far as like going out to a club on a random Saturday, we're just going to walk downtown, to be honest, tonight. But I'm trying to do more things. Like, I'm trying to get my hobbies changed up. But I also, I want to tap into my feminine self. That's all. Like, it's January right now. Valentine's Day coming up. On top of that, it will make me officially, I want to say 2 to 3. Well, who's keeping count of that? I've been single for 2 to 3 years, y'all. I am celibate. Like, that's crazy. That is honestly insane. Yes, I am celibate. Have no boyfriend. I've been single for 2 to 3 years and counting. But Valentine's Day coming up, I'm trying to dress hard to get. Okay? Like, you know, I want a man come up to me like, oh, you look good, you smell good, whoop de whoop de whoop. Thank you. And you know, they'll ask me for a little date, whatever they want to do, talk to me, whoop de whoop. Okay, cool. But I don't trust nobody out here, especially in St. Pete. No, I'm doing my own thing. Like, we could kick you, we could, you know, catch a movie. That's cool, but it is nothing else. I love my single life. Like, until the man of God steps into my life, that's when I'll settle down. But I'm not settling down for none of these men out here. Thank you. I'm just adding the e.l.f. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the contour shade. This is in the shade Cinnamon. I'm using this to contour. This is like my version of a cream contour. And then, of course, I'm going to top this off in a second with a powder contour. But, yeah, y'all. So, I can't believe I'm going to be single. I don't really want to talk about my last relationship, but I'm just glad that I moved on from that. Like, you know, that phase is over. Like, it did take me a while to get over my last relationship, I'm not even gonna hold you, but honestly, like, this college thing, that really, like, saved me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it saved me because I feel like I was messing with the wrong men. Anyway, y'all know we go through these phases where it's like, that man ain't for you. I feel like some of the men I was messing with, I just felt like my mindset and the way things I got going for myself, like I feel like, and people were telling me this too when I was talking about who I was messing with, like you don't need that type of man in your life. But of course I wasn't trying to hear that, but now I'm like, yeah, I don't need you. I'm good. I'm straight, love. But yes, this is the contour. Oh, sometimes depending on the time of day, I like to add this to my underneath my chin too, just to kind of push it up a little bit, like contour it up. I'm just adding the 𝐿𝐹. I'm using the 𝐿𝐹 Hydrating Camo Concealer in the contour shade. This is in the shade Cinnamon. I'm using this to contour. This is like my version of a cream contour. And then of course I'm gonna top this off in a second with a powder contour. But yeah, y'all, so I can't believe I'm gonna be single. I don't really want to talk about my last relationship, but I'm just glad that I moved on from that. Like, you know, that phase is over. Like, it did take me a while to get over my last relationship, I'm not even gonna hold you, but honestly, like, this college thing, that really, like, saved me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it saved me because I feel like I was messing with the wrong men. Anyway, y'all know we go through these phases where it's like, that man ain't for you. I feel like some of the men I was messing with, I just felt like my mindset and the way things I got going for myself, like I feel like, and people were telling me this too when I was talking about who I was messing with, like you don't need that type of man in your life. But of course I wasn't trying to hear that, but now I'm like, yeah, I don't need you. I'm good. I'm straight, love. But yes, this is the contour. Oh, sometimes depending on the time of day, I like to add this to my underneath my chin too, just to kind of push it up a little bit, like contour it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend all this out. When it comes to the concealer, like I like to let the concealer sit. So while I'm letting the concealer sit, I like to I like to do my contour. Sorry, I couldn't even speak. But I like to work on my contour while I let my concealer sit. But yes, girl, like speaking of the new year, I didn't open up telling you guys Happy New Year. I guess my video opener for the new year was the last video, but Happy New Year, you guys. I have so much in store for the new year, and I hope you guys do too. Make a long story short, I was supposed to be going to a vision board night. I was so sad I couldn't have been able to make it. However, luckily before the vision board night was even planned, I did come up with a calendar that I created on Canva for mainly content, but I decided to mix it up. I decided to do hair inspirations. Like I know lately the hair calendar was popular method for the new year. Then the content calendar, I kind of like did a mixture of everything. Like I did a page for the calendar, a page for hair, a page for goal setting, a page for themes for the month, and all of that will be tied into one month. And I did the same for every single month. So I'm excited for that. It's been really helpful, especially coming up with my upcoming campaigns. I'm so excited. Can't wait to share. It's just more of the getting everything booked. But I'm excited to share these two announcements. All I can tell you guys, I'm gonna just tell you this. It's coming within the first 2 quarters of the year. So it's not gonna be late in the year. So we're gonna see how this journey goes. I'm so excited for this. Yeah, I'm just blending everything out before I cream contour. Not cream contour, before I set it with powder. Doing the nose is the hardest because of this concealer. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's coming out pretty seamless though. I'm trying to master the concealer only look. Like lately, I have not been liking the concealer only looks. I used to been able to master it down, but I don't know what it is lately. It has not been looking cute for me. So y'all give me some time. Right now, this is my soft glam, so you know. I am using the Juvias Place palette, bronzing palette in the shade Dark. This is the Duo palette. Looks like this. And I like to mix these two, but I like to do these two shades as well. I usually start off with this one first. You know, I like to set that. Even though it's dark, like I like how it's like not too dark, even though this is the dark combo. I like how it's not too dark to a point where it's like, whoa. Yeah, like, and then I'll just go like down here if I want to like, you know, make it pop more, I'll add the bottom one. And the same for the other side. But yes, you guys, I'm excited for these campaigns. My word of the year, I decided to come up with like a theme or something to work on this year is discipline. Discipline is really like having no discipline is becoming my worst enemy, and it's causing me to like give up so quickly. I'm trying not to do that this year. I'm really not trying to give up so quickly and just stick with it. Like, instead of just giving up, what I'm trying to replace it with is talking to God. I want to build my relationship more with God. Like, I feel like some days I'm just forgetting that, you know, back then I used to just forget that he completely exists at all. So I wasn't praying like that. Like, I just kept losing faith. But during the time when I was sharing my testimony from earlier, when I was going through it with my car, my apartment, getting ready to transition to school, I came across this church. I was looking through online streaming services for church. This was like, because I didn't want to, during the time, I don't know what it was. I don't know why I couldn't look for in-person church, but I was just, you know, wanting to hear something on YouTube on my TV when I was living in my apartment. I came across this church. It's in Maryland. They're called the First Baptist Church of Glenarden. This is in Maryland. And Pastor J. Jenkins, sorry. That is the pastor. I actually love him. I really do. I'm going to link their channel down below. But I fell in love with them. Like, I really could find an in-person church, like, to go to every Sunday, especially the New Year. But I love Pastor Jenkins. Like, I'm going to tell you guys why I love Pastor Jenkins. He reminds me of an old manager that I have at my first call center. This old manager that I had, like, I have a friend. I don't even like calling her my friend. I like to call her my second mom. I met her at work, the same job. I would say she's like my work mom / second mom. This old manager of mine, I called him my work dad. Like, when I was going through it, like when I just wasn't being, you know, talking to my dad like that, like I just was like, this is from, he always looked out for me, like I would say. Like, a lot of people at that job, like, it was a manager that didn't want me to be a supervisor. She was like, oh, she's not capable. I don't know what she had against me, but she did not want me to be a manager for nothing. And he never understood that. So he looked out for me. He looked at the write-up. I had a write-up. She wrote me up for something crazy, and eventually they like threw out the write-up. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, it just got thrown out because it was no reason for me to write me up for what I did. Like, I was even upset when I first got the write-up. That was like 6 months before they were reviewing my resume after my interview for becoming a manager. He just looked out for me, and then I eventually got the position. But our relationship, like, I'm trying not to get emotional about it. And here's why. Because it's like, I haven't heard from him in a while. So, like, a lot of people ask me, hey, have you heard from such and such and everything? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard from him. And it's just like, I really pray he's doing okay. Like, I don't know why I got emotional, but I told my, my second mom, I'm like, hopefully he's okay. If not, I'm just gonna be breaking down. Like, if Lord forgive, I hope nothing is wrong with him, but whatever he's going through, I hope he, last time I talked to him, like, he was really sick. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but he was like really sick and he was recovering. And it's just all of a sudden nobody's heard from him. So it's like, I'm trying not to think about it while I'm talking to guys, but moral of the story, that's the relationship we had. Like, he was like my second dad. And every time when I first started listening to my pastor's sermons, they're both from Maryland. They have literally similar accents. Like, they sound exactly the same. And I'm like, makes me think of him. Like, I just hope he's okay. But he just he gave me like great advice as a manager, just like the pastor has given great advice, of course, to everybody. He's the pastor and he's really good. And he's so personable. He's not like he'll crack jokes and all that, and it's just like, ooh, he's trying to catch us. He in our business. Like, it's so funny. But yeah, I love him. Shout out to Pastor Jenkins. Like, him and his wife, First Lady of First Baptist Church of Glen Garden. They're both like amazing. But yes, I am trying to get closer to God. Like, they have been helping me, like, getting the word of God. Because like I said, I just go back to that testimony of me going through it with my apartment. I felt like during that time when I was going through it, I was already watching the sermons. So it helped me a lot. I had to teach myself how to pray because honestly, I didn't know what I was doing when it came to praying until there was like, you're overthinking the process. Like, it's okay. I was going on TikTok trying to like, how do I pray right? I feel like I'm not doing this right. Because sometimes when people pray, they be using, I don't want to say big complicated words, but it be sounding so good. But it's just like, maybe I have to understand the Bible more. I don't know. I am a prayer girly. I believe in God. It's just, all I know is I was told that it's just a regular conversation with God. You don't even have to use any type of language or vocabulary. So that's what it's been doing. And look, hey, God has given me every opportunity, and that's why I'm here today talking to you guys. So I'm blessed. Using the rest of this Laura Mercier translucent powder. I have to buy a new one, like ASAP. I have another powder, but I need to finish this off. I love this powder so much. Like, I can't wait to go to the store and buy me another one. But I do have like a backup powder. The Revolution powder. I just bought it like the other day. It just came in. So we're gonna see how that works, but I don't know. I want to also try one size powder too. Like, one size I heard was really good. Like, really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I might switch powders if the rest of this. Look, it's literally empty, y'all. But I'm trying to see. Hopefully I can get some of it out for the sake of this video. But I might have to change powders. Yeah, unfortunately I am. So I am gonna switch it up. Let me take a pause real quick. I recommend the Laura Mercier powder. So I am gonna link this down below. However, I am going to go in with the Revolution translucent powder, a little affordable powder. I never tried this before, but I need to set my face. Like, I don't think I can do it. I'm not going to walk around with my face not set with no powder, especially all the products we just used. Getting some of that in there. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, it came out a lot more than the Laura Mercier, so. Okay, yeah, just go ahead and set that. Also, I don't usually bake how I used to anymore. I don't even bake, period. Like, I usually just set the powder, let it sit just for a little bit, but I don't do the whole baking thing. I just put it on there. Uh-oh. And then I'll like dust it off for a second. But some people like to use 2 powders. I tried that method. There was nothing wrong with it. I don't know. You know. It wasn't coming out like ghostly or casket ready. I just did. I wasn't used to it. So something I tried and I never went back to it. Another powder I do recommend as well is the Sacha Buttercup. Especially for my dark skin girlies out there, you could use that as your setting powder. Because when it comes to the setting powder, it has to be, I recommend you using one that matches your concealer shade, at least to set the concealer. So for my dark skin girlies, you can use it to set the concealer. I use the Sacha Buttercup to set like my entire face or do like my second round of baking if I wanted to bake. But I'm using the Revolution baking powder to set what was concealed, and I like to sharpen up my contour. So I'm just setting my nose. Okay. So now I'm going to add blush. Then I'm gonna go back over with my contour, kind of mix it, blend it together. Oh, and that's why you gotta let it sit. When I do let the setting powder sit, I dust it away. I'm also patting it in so it can get rid of these creases. But like I said, my skin is dry. Sometimes it's not 100% when it comes to the creases. But now I am going to add blush. This is a liquid blush. Do I have a powder blush? I think I have a powder blush somewhere. I know I do. I have to look. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, y'all, I found it. So, okay, I found it. So I am using the e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Dusty Rose. This is the liquid blush. I'm gonna put that right above my contour. And sometimes I just do a little something right on my nose too. I found this trend. Actually, I'm gonna tell you who put me on. Sunny. My girl Sunny. Love her down. She's the one that put me on to the little blush on the nose. Y'all know Naturally Sunny is my girl. She will forever be my favorite YouTuber. So she inspires me a lot. Shout out to Sunny. Hopefully she could watch this. Hopefully, that's my dream, is to meet her. But yes, that is where I got that from. Just gonna blend that all together. Sorry, y'all. I'm on like 3 devices. I'm telling you know when you tell your homegirl like, hey, I'm almost finished. That's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just like, you know, just blending it all together, mixing it with my contour. Then I'm gonna go back with the contour. Now, one thing that's been on my mind is just like everybody's getting married. Like everybody, well, we just got past holiday season. Everybody's getting married, everybody's getting proposed, and I'm just sitting here like I don't even have a man. So yes, I am single. Am I open to dating? Ooh, excuse me. I'll be open to dating. However, I'm just going to be very mindful. Like, I'm the type, like, we'll go on the first date and I'll feel you out. But, like, if you're just a man, like, my thing is, I'm tired of these men approaching these women, trying to be all cutesy and then wanting to, you know, have sex the next time. No, I'm not doing that. Honestly, I'm at a point where, like, I'm not having sex till marriage. Like, it's that simple. That's why I need to find a man of God that can understand that. Like, if you're a man of God, you know that fornication is not the godly way to move. So that's something that I have on my mind, of course, when it comes to the dating pool. And the dating pool is trash, in my opinion, if we gotta be for real. It is super trash. But if someone approaches me saying, hey, you want to go out for a movie? If I like you, like I like your vibe, yeah, I'll go. And, you know, go from there. But I'm not going to commit myself because, number one, sometimes I find myself being too vulnerable and easy. I really have to stand on business this year. That's probably one of the reasons why I stayed single and out the way and just kept dodging everybody left and right. Because, like, I didn't want to fall for anything. When I fall in love, I fall in love. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of us girlies can relate. I fall in love quickly. Like, I be wanting to text you and all that stuff. Like, if I like you, I like you. But I just don't want to like the wrong person. And I'm pretty sure a lot of girls feel the same way. So, yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, guys, so I kind of set my powder, my blush with powder off camera. I used this blush palette. I got this as a gift. This is the name of it. It's FOU Beauty for You. This is the Perfect Face Palette. I honestly got this as a gift. This is like if I can't find nothing else, I will use this. It has different shades. My mirror is cracked. Oh, snap. See, pieces it just fell. But I kind of mixed these two blush shades together. So I did that off camera. Now I'm going back with the Juvias place. I am going to add a little bit more contour to bring out the contour more. And we are almost done. Oh, and if you guys are asking about my lashes, or you want to know my lashes, these are clusters. I want to film some videos of me doing lash clusters, but this took me longer than usual. Like, I have to get back in the hang of doing clusters. I usually been able to pop it on, but it's been stressful me doing lashes lately. And that's what I get for, like, not doing makeup, coming back. Like, I don't even do my own makeup like that. So when I haven't done makeup in a while, like, it's kind of like, gotta get back to the drawing board, you know, back in the routine. You know, when you haven't did anything in a while, you gotta get back in routine, girl. So one of these days, once I master it again, I am gonna do a video on the lash map that I use for my lashes. Okay, so that is enough. This is the face. So now I don't think I want to wear eyeshadow. I don't think I want to wear eyeshadow tonight, to be honest. I'm just going to keep it like this. I am going to do my lips and do my final touches, and we will be done. I'm going to be taking my brown lip pencil, and I'm going to be doing my lips. Now I'm going to be taking my lip gloss, this nude shade lip gloss, and I'm going to apply that on my lips. I'm gonna be applying that on my lips. And the hardest thing to do is literally apply lip gloss and lip liners on dry lips. So that's why early in this video I moisturize my lips. And then I am going to take a clear gloss. I had it somewhere. What is that right here? That is my lip combo. And I'm just gonna do some final touches. Blend everything together. Oh, and I need to do my black underlines. I've been forgetting that lately. I've been always forgetting my black waterline. I use the 𝐤𝐤𝐧𝐤𝐬 liquid, not liquid liner, but the gel liner. I use that for my under eye. So as soon as I do this, I might add a little highlight and then do my waterline. I changed my mind. I'm not gonna use the 𝐤𝐤𝐧𝐤𝐬 because it's kind of drying up a bit. So it's because I'm have to rush, I am going to use the gel liner. This is in LA Colors. This is the black gel liner. I meant yeah, it is a gel liner, but it's like the crayon version, not the actual gel where you gotta get a brush and go under. But I'm gonna do that under my eye. Like black waterline makes a difference. Like, if you haven't been doing this, please do this. Like, it makes a difference in your makeup. Like, I love the cat eye look. Yes, ma'am. And that's how you do that. Period. I'm just gonna touch my face. And I'm just gonna finish up on my face right here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Looks great. And I'm gonna add some highlight and and I will be finished. Yes, I will be finished. And this is the 𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐤𝐬. She is a makeup artist based off of Miami. I think she moved to Jamaica, but I did buy her highlight palette. So I'm gonna use that for my cheeks. My favorite shade I like to use is between these two. This is the Champagne Aurora and this is Sunshine Glory. So these two. But I am gonna go with today's Champagne Aura because I don't know, I think it kind of fits my pajama suit, my pajama set. But even though I'm not gonna be wearing this tonight, obviously it's too cold, I'm just gonna, you know, use it anyway. You know, those final touches matter, so you know. And a highlight there, highlight on my nose, forehead, y'all know. Then I'm gonna spray my face. I use the 𝐿 setting spray, and that will be that. Okay, I sprayed my face off camera. I use the 𝐿. I said 𝐿. Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying 𝐿. The Morphe setting spray, the continuous mist to spray my face down. I am going to fix my edges, do my hair real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, so this is the final look. Obviously, I'm not wearing this tonight, but this is the final look. I did the best I could do with my edges, but I just want to thank you guys for sitting with me, chatting with me. It feels so good to sit down and just do my makeup and just kind of let it all out. This was a great makeup therapy session. But if you enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comments what you think of this updated makeup routine. I know I tweaked a little bit of products, but hope you guys learned either some tips or learned some advice from my story. I just again want to be an inspiration for all the girlies out there. So if you enjoyed my video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.